he hear me now?
I can hear you.
No, I said
But you
your
guys stop
husband.
sounding.
Your husband. Can he hear me now? I'm whispering.
Huh?
You said your husband could hear me. Can he hear me now? I'm
Yeah,
whispering.
You're not whispering, to be honest with you, but he's going to probably hear if you keep talking loud, yes. But this is probably a conversation we need to have tomorrow when you're more calmed down.
Carolyn, it's an emergency. It's an emergency.
What is the emergency?
What's the emergency? I tell you that Reggie, his teeth were rotten. That's not an emergency to you?
Shelly, that is something that needs to be worked on. And if you can sit down and talk to people, this problem can be resolved. That would quite easily. But if you keep shouting at people and telling them what they're doing wrong, you're going to get very little cooperation from them. I'm telling you the truth. I tell it as it is. I'm a realist. If you would back off a little bit and say, you know what, can you help me out? This is what I'm really concerned about. What is it that we can do together to get this problem solved? If you constantly tell people what they're doing wrong, they give up because there's nothing they can do that's right. And that I wish I could just sit with you over coffee and explain that to you. Mom to mom.
Carolyn,
I'm serious.
It's easy for you to sit, first
That
of
was
all.
not easy for me.
Okay,
I'm very concerned about
I
you.
listened to you. I listened to you, and I let you say everything you wanted to say. You just said, okay, sit over coffee. Here it is, Carolyn. I listened to everything you just said to me. As soon as I begin, then you interrupt. So you're like, this is the whole thing. I am the one who's under the microscope. And when I say anything, it's already interpreted and perceived, oh, she's yelling. Carolyn, have you ever thought that, you know what? We're from two different cultures. I may speak one way, you may speak another way. This is my son who cannot talk, okay? He has been through a lot. And for me, do you know how
But you were telling us everything that we all have discussed, Kelly.
See what I mean? Like, look at this. Carolyn, I would listen to you. I would listen to you and I would respect you. I would respect you.
It's a two-way conversation. Whenever I talk to friends, we both talk sometimes over each other. But in person, it's easier to do that. On the phone, it's hard because of the transmittal of the airwaves, whatever. But you keep repeating things that people already know. We know he can't talk. We know he needs services. I want you to start addressing the things that you don't want to address.
Carolyn,
I understand
the addressing, how about the things that I have addressed and it's still in the same position? When I don't know, maybe you didn't read the emails. When I asked Tamika Collins about my son's mouth, they said it was an appointment for August the 5th, okay? The girl who was supposed to take him was fired August 3rd. Here it is. I still don't know anything, and I asked those questions. I sent an email, whole list of things, no response. That's not fair, Carolyn. That's not fair.
Well, I 100% believe it's not fair. I agree with you. However, that's told me listen to me. They said they're not emailing you because they don't know where it's going to end up. Your prior actions do have an effect on how people treat you now.
Carolyn, so you're saying that they won't respond to my emails, so will they put it in the mail? What difference does it make if you are supposed to communicate? Carolyn, if you are supposed to do a job, if you are supposed to be how do you, if you respond, okay, and you say whatever it is, okay, they're not going to put Reginald's name into anything. They're not going to do anything but respond. What is the issue with your response? Why? If I don't mind putting out and saying what I need to say, what is it that all you guys have to hide? I don't get it.
I'm going to answer your question if you give me a chance. I did tell DSS. That was one of the ways I suggested they communicate with you. I did tell them. You need to put it in writing and mail it to her. These emails have to stop, and you have got to stop sending them to everyone in the world. And Judge Brown told you that.
Who is in the world, Carolyn? Everyone in the world is like home. Who are you talking about? Everybody that I send emails to are associated with the situation. Are you saying Anthony Jackson shouldn't be a part of this and he can assist? Are you saying Bernard Simon shouldn't be? Like, Carolyn, you're not making sense.
Why are you shouting at me again?
I'm not yelling
You're
at you.
shouting
I'm
at me
talking.
again.
Look,
You are shouting. You're hurting my ears.
I'm hurting your ears.
You are hurting my ears. Listen, the two examples I gave you were Judge Magistrate Eisner and Sarah Walsh, who's now a magistrate. Well, they should not be receiving confidential email. They told you that. That's inappropriate for you to send that type of email to the court, or any email, unless it's about a direct case and about a hearing that's coming up. That's it. I don't even email them.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So those two people. Okay, who else in the world, Caroline?
I'm in the tunnel right now, so if I leave it, that's why. So, again, I think things need to change. I'm 100% agreeable with that. But things need to change that everyone gets to talk, everyone has input, the shouting stop, and the accusations stop. I will bet you that if you calm yourself down and talk to these people and stop accusing them of things and start working on how together you can get things done, you're going to see a whole different situation. I can guarantee you that. I know you don't want to believe me, and I know you think everyone's against you, but it's not true. I also read the emails that Mr. Edie, I think his name was.
His name is Mr. Egby.
Yes. He was like, okay, let's set up a time. That's reasonable. What happened, Shelley, is you showed up on his birthday, I believe, about a pre-appointment, and things just got out of hand quickly. And that's not acceptable.
Carolyn, you are being lied to. That's not what happened, okay? So here it is immediately because they told, no, immediately because they told you, you believe them over what I said to you. That is not.
No, I didn't believe them.
That's what you just said.
This is how I see it. Listen to me, Shelley. Listen to me for a second.
I'm listening.
The 26th happened. The 26th did not happen. I think it's horrible that you didn't get to see your son on his birthday. I think had you made some pre-arrangements, it might have been very different. But what I'm thinking about is I can't go back and change the 26th. Neither can you. But I sure can look to the future, tomorrow, next week, next month, and change things so that will not ever happen again.
Okay, so Caroline, is it my turn yet?
You want to go back?
Is it my turn yet?
You want to go back? My son, you want to go back to August and just complain. That is not going to get you anywhere. Come back to March the 2nd. Tomorrow's March the 3rd. Change what's happening, and you're going to get someplace.
So, Carolyn, so you just want to pretend as if none of these things
I'm not
took place.
pretending. No.
You just said it. Let's go to March the 2nd. We're at March the 2nd. Carolyn, I'm telling you that the person who was expecting me, his name was Tony. The person sent me, and I have the text messages to prove it, that this was the shirt that my son chose. The person said to me, I expect you then. So, Carolyn, the person even said to me, I'm texting you the address of the barbershop. Carolyn, it's not fair what you are doing to me. You immediately accuse me of being wrong. No, see, look at this.
Shelley, I'm not accusing you of anything.
You just said it, Carolyn. You said that on the 26th, I showed up without pre-planning. Apparently, it may have been. You haven't even talked to me to see exactly what happened. I would not have shown up. No. I have not. When have I ever shown up without talking to them first? When?
Okay.
When?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I have to go because I have to give my husband directions as to where we're going to end up here before he gets lost. If we can continue this conversation tomorrow, okay? I want to talk to you. I want this to get straightened out, but I want you to think of one thing. Yeah, go that way. I want you to think of one thing. And it's an old saying from I don't know where. You attract more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
Yeah, especially when you're black. When you're black in a world.
It doesn't matter what color you are.
Yep,
Nope.
it does. It does. But Carolyn, it's okay. Don't let your husband get lost. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.